Reese Kendrick, better known as Bosher Blue, had started on the internet back in July of 2011. He was known back then for being in the Go Anime / Vion community and was notorious for making videos related to Thomas the Tank Engine and Oishi High School Battle. This will be significant a lot later, especially Oishi. But it lasted from about 2011 to 2016, where he deleted that channel and rebranded to RK Studios, RK being short for Reese Kendrick. He'd go through multiple channels before landing on Bosher Blue on the 1st of April 2022. Kind of funny it was on April Fool's Day. Reese would go on to make mainly YouTube poops and 3D animations, mainly regarding those two, alongside Michael Rosen and Doki Doki Literature Club, which will also be significant. He did gain some traction for this type of content, but this was not what he was known for. In this time, there was a lot of controversies regarding Reese Kendrick during 2017 to about 2020. And the reason why I'm keeping this separate from now is because, this is a whole mouthful to get through. And I'd recommend watching Raven Skeleton's video on it. One controversy I would note is the ISIS controversy, where people were trolling Bosher, saying that he was a member of ISIS, and he was crashing out a lot for it. It was apparently because he admitted to being a part of ISIS sometime in the past, but I don't really know. Another one was the racism controversy, when during some of his crash outs, Bosher would literally say the N-word, which was ironic because in 2020 he would later go on to commend the Black Lives Matter movement, and you know how that went. And another controversy that took place in around 2017 to about 2019, I think, was the fact that Bosher drew a bunch of fetish art of Oishi and some of his characters, one of them being Hazel, where I think the headed art, fetish art in question was just having, he drew Hazel with breasts. Bro, why the fuck would you draw that? What's so hot about a fucking train, dude? What the fuck? That just sounds so ridiculous. Why would anyone draw boobs on a damn train? Just why? Just why? And he also drew art of Oishi pissing on someone, and that Oishi is canonically 16, which should just... And to make things worse, the person Oishi was pissing on was 14. Oh my god, someone better call Gideon on this guy. And there were two controversies related to Bosher's Alfred trilogy, where the first one was where a kid who was 10 made a fan-made Alfred 4, and Bosher decided to attack them. Bro really pulled a fucking Nintendo over a fan-made project, bruh. And another one was where a voice actress denied him the lines for Alfred 3, and there was a bunch of other stuff, and him using his autism as an excuse. And from that whole stuff, this is where this infamous meltdown originates from. And I'm just gonna play an audio clip of that. Headphone users, beware. Now that we've gotten that part out of the way, I'ma just move on to all of the recent shenanigans that Reese's Pieces over here has been getting into. This situation honestly does not need an introduction, as this does revolve around Dredd, who I'm pretty sure most of my audience is familiar with him. And if I were to say something, so basically the situation ran around where Dredd was in a relationship with this one girl. I don't remember her name, even though I was like in Dredd's community for like years at this point. But like Dredd was in this one relationship and he was friends with a guy named Tord. Tord would eventually start hitting on this girl. Keep in mind, this is when Dredd and the girl was still a minor. Dredd was like 16, 17, and the girl was 16. Tord was in his 20s. And Tord pretty much groomed her in the process. And if you wonder, what does this have to do with Bosher? Basically, Bosher let him in his server and hung around him for a long while until Dredd called him out for it. Which is just... it's fucking crazy how he does that shit. Like... having a whole ass pedophile in your group is insane, and trust me, Tord isn't the only one, and this isn't like the only scuffle Dredd had with him, so keep that in mind. Plus, I was there in the call and didn't really know the context at the time other than Tord being a pedo and all that shit, so yeah. If you wonder what I was trying to say in that call, I was just confused about it all, and yeah. And during a live stream, Bosher would let Tord on. Like, a lot of people didn't know that was Tord until Miles joined and pointed it out. Then Tord went on a ramble, and Reese eventually kicked him off. But before he kicked him off, he had a whole ass villain monologue the second, as he was about to leave, which is just, it's fucking crazy, bro. Bro had a whole ass villain monologue about how he has someone stalks, which is just, I don't know why you would say that before leaving, but okay. And fun fact, this actually wasn't the reason why Bosher and Dredd have been beefing, as in, around this time, Bosher made a post about Dredd where, and the two started bickering because of it. Then Dredd threatened to release a bunch of blackmail about it, and Bosher was told to delete the post in exchange so he wouldn't be blackmailed for it. And that, in exchange, Dredd would have Bosher promote TRS, and Bosher gets the post deleted. And if you wonder what that post was, it was Bosher just straight up threatening to rape Dredd, who, keep in mind, was a minor at the time, which just makes it worse, and there is a bunch of screenshots of him doing this shit. Damn, Dredd really could not catch a break. So, we're finally gonna talk about it. On July 25th, 2025, Bosher was in a voice chat with several people who were aged 13 to 14 years old, and you really thought it would be a normal interaction, but by the title of the segment, it wasn't. Bosher proceeded to play an NSFW Doki Doki Literature Club mod called Me and You, which is mainly about Sayori, and he did this in front of all the minors, meaning several of them could have potentially gotten exposed to explicit material. And in the screenshots, Bosher is seen admitting and pretty much talking about the incident, and also self-loathing a lot, which is a pretty common theme that Bosher tends to do throughout a lot of his drama, whether it be with him, whether it be during the situation with Dredd or the 2020 meltdown. He does tend to self-loathe a lot. And he did attempt to respond to this incident in a pretty half-assed apology that he made.
Especially if there's close around Christmas 2 years ago, I believe. I was in a group chat with some of my friends, Tinky, Winky, Telly, Miles, Nugget Boy, Po Tally, I believe. I think Mittens like Poet. It's like, I can't remember. But what happened in that stream, or the group chat, was I played a NSFW DDLC mod called Me and You, and some people were like lucky enough to like sit through the whole thing, but some they just couldn't do it, which there's really just no excuse for that, or any sorry. I'm sure some of the people.
Honestly, Bosher should not have responded to these accusations. Like, if you send hentai to a minor, then like there's like sort of no going back to it from that, because like it's pretty much that. Like, there's nothing you could do. Sure, you've been given tons of chances, but I think you've pretty much lost all of them after that. You really thought we were done talking about Dread, but no. Bosher did it again. Effectively, around like pretty much a couple of weeks ago, Dread actually decided to one day troll Bosher. I don't know why, but like he decided to troll him. Then Bosher just started crashing out again, and crazy enough, Internet Adjacent got involved, and that was where like I started to actually get invested in the whole Bosher stuff again. And some of the stuff Bosher did this time was arguably just as bad, if not worse. Whether it be threatening Dread's life on numerous fucking occasions, which is just why? Like, all that over some trolling, bro? And, of course, inviting a bunch of pedophiles into Dread's Discord. Sure, they were quickly dispatched, and, like, it's honestly crazy how, like, he hung around those people, especially the one that defended Shotacon, which is fucking crazy. Like, if you don't know what Shotacon is, it's basically Lolicon, but with little boys instead. Another thing about this is that Bosher's mum actively fucking defends him. Like, bitch, get your priorities straight and actually do something about your son hanging around all these nonsense and stuff, like. And if you wonder if there is evidence for that, I will show you at least 10 screenshots of that. And I genuinely don't know how Bosher's mother could defend this man. Like, bro, he's done some rather messed up things, and you're just straight up defending him. Sure, he's your son and everything, but that ain't a good excuse, Miss Kendrick. That ain't a good excuse. Bosher might genuinely be one of the most insane motherfuckers I've ever looked at. Like, bro, from all the history spanning from like 2017 to now, and the fact like he's been doing this from like 16 to 25, which is like the age where a person stops developing, like where like the human brain fully develops, and like, and he's still doing all this crazy ass shit. Like, it's crazy. I don't have any words to say other than it's best this guy stay off the internet for like not even a long while, probably permanently at best, and either find a job, confess, and like try to own up to what he's done by like getting off the internet and probably finding a job, or potentially just doing that's the only solution I have to this. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this coverage of Bosher Blue, be sure to like, subscribe, give me some comments, whether it be like your praise about this video, feedback, memes, etc., or pretty much anything. But that's about it, guys, and cue the fucking outro already.